Hey guys, it's Miss Leonard. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're making healthy choices. I know it's gotten to be a really long time where we're just stuck staying at home, but I hope you're staying sane. That means you're not going crazy. I know Miss Leonard is starting to get a little tired, and my routine and my schedule is a little off too now. So, hope you guys are doing better than I am. All right, so last week we were working on perimeter. This week we're going to be working on area. Okay, and so the area is the inside of a shape. Okay, remember last week we learned that perimeter is the outside of the shape. Okay, this time when we're talking about area, we're talking about all of the inside. So all this space here. Okay, so hopefully you already watched the video that came before this one about the area and the song. So, in case you weren't following along with the lyrics, the song goes, the area's inside, the area's inside. Oh, oh, don't you know the area's inside? The length times the width, the length times the width. Oh, oh, don't you know the length times the width? And then it repeats. Okay. So, guys, when we're talking about the inside, we're still talking about a flat surface. We're not talking about a prism or a 3D shape. Okay, we're talking about a flat surface. And let me try to explain what this is and what it looks like. Okay, so here, if you remember from third grade, this is what we call an array. Okay, coincidentally, an array starts with an A, area starts with A. So this is what you have to think about when we're talking about area. You have to visualize an array. Okay, so over here, I changed my picture a little bit, but I have 3 centimeters going across, 5 centimeters going down, okay, and I made my little checks. Now, here's my array. I have 3 centimeters going across, and I have 5 centimeters going down, okay? These are my jelly beans from Easter. I know they look good, but they actually taste horrible. So now, guys, when we're doing the area, let me find the area now. I'm going to do the length times the width, the length times the width, okay? So I'm just going to need 2 numbers, okay? The length times the width, and sometimes people shorten it. In case you're confused what that was, the length is shortened to an L, and width is shortened to a W, okay? So what this looks like, I can make this my length, or I can make this my length. It doesn't matter. But I have to make sure I'm using the 2 correct numbers. Okay, so here I have 5 centimeters, and I'm just going to make that my length. Okay, and for right now, I'm going to ignore my units. Okay, I'm just going to leave them aside. Okay, and then I have 3 for my width. So I'm going to multiply these. Now, what is 5 times 3? Should be easy peasy. That's 15. Okay, and guys, I'm just working down. I'm just working my way down. Okay, I know it's a little confusing and different, but I'm just working my way down. So my answer is 15, but I have to remember that at this time, I'm not just adding the units. This time, I'm multiplying units together. So when you do centimeters times centimeters, then you get centimeters squared. You can also get squared centimeters. Sometimes your answer choices looks like this, and sometimes your answer choice looks like this, square centimeters. It's written out. Okay? So don't let this confuse you. Okay? So now, if you go back and look at my array, if I were to count every single jelly bean, I would have 15. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, that's third grade math. That's 15. Okay, if I really wanted to, I can take these jelly beans and I could put them over here, and it's gonna be the same. Okay, it's still a flat surface. I'm just trying to figure out how many centimeters squared are within this polygon that I drew, within the shape that I drew. Okay, remember, a polygon is just a shape with straight lines. Okay, 3 or more straight lines connected. So in this shape here, I have 15 jelly beans that fit in every centimeter squared. Okay, that's what area is. Let's try another example. Alright guys, here we have another example. Now remember, the area is the length times the width, the length times the width. Oh, don't you know, the length times the width. Okay, now here's my polygon, my rectangle, and I have all my measurements all the way around, which is good if I was looking for the perimeter. Okay, so that means I have extra information because I'm only going to multiply the length and the width. Okay, so that means I have to get one of my up and down numbers and I have to get one of my side to side numbers. Okay, I don't need this. This is extra and this is extra. I'm not multiplying 4 numbers this time. With perimeter, you add 4 numbers because there's 4 sides. But with area, I only need 2. Okay, then they have to be from the opposite direction. So this one's up, down, this one's side to side. Okay, so remember, I just need my length times the width, my length times the width. Okay, so I'm going to take my 2 as my length. So instead of an L, I'm going to write 2. And I'm going to take my 6 as my feet. Okay, as my width. And I'm going to ignore the feet for right now. So times 6. I'm going to make 6 my width. And now what is 2 times 6? 12. Okay, and then I can't forget about my units, guys. Units are very, very important. Because if your answer choice just showed feet, then that's wrong. Because that's the answer to a perimeter question. Okay, that would be measuring all of these lines together. I don't want the lines. I want what's inside. Okay, so that means I'm looking for squared feet. Okay, so I have to have feet squared or square feet if you write it all the way out. Okay, if you're looking for area and your answer doesn't have this or this, then it's entirely wrong. Okay, now I'm going to look at my array just so that you can see what this looks like inside of my rectangle. I have 6 going across and I have 2 going down, just like my rectangle did. So if you count the jelly beans, you would have 12. All right, another example. All right, guys, here's our last example. We have a square, and I only have one thing in here. Okay, one of my sides is measured, the rest are empty. But I know, because I'm so smart, that when it comes to squares, all of my sides are equal lengths. Okay, so if this one is 5 inches, then this one is 5 inches, this one's 5 inches, this one's 5 inches. They're all 5 inches, but I only need one up and down and one side to side. These are extra when we're finding the area. Okay, these measurements are extra when we're finding the area. Okay, so once again, it's going to be the length times the width, the length times the width. Oh, don't you know, the length times the width. Okay, so these happen to be the same numbers, but I'm still going to multiply them together. I'm going to take this up and down and make that my length. And I'm going to take this side to side number and make that my width. Now guys, remember in multiplication, it won't matter which one you make your length and which one you make your width, because no matter the order that you multiply, the numbers are always, the answer is still the same. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25. And then what do you think the measurement would be? Remember, working with inches. So would it just be inches? No, that's for perimeter. It would be inches square or square inches. Okay? Don't forget about that little thing there. Okay, it's really important in area. All right, so in the next few slides, guys, you'll get to practice finding the area of shapes. Remember, the area is the inside of a two-dimensional figure. I know we're saying the inside, so you're probably thinking 3D, but that's not right. We're just talking about the flat surface, okay? The flat surface. So, like I said, you'll get to practice on the next few slides how to find the area. And then at the end, you'll have a few word problems, but it's just about doing the length times the width, okay? It's really important that you're practicing. Best of luck.